Brother, did you watch Carl Tuckson's video? This one, let me see it properly. This one here, did you see this video? You haven't watched it? Okay, we're gonna watch it just now. But before we get to that, I know you're here. I know you love Africa, right? But this is very important. You need to find out about this. Okay, let's go with this. Saudi Arabia. We need to talk about Saudi Arabia before we get back to Africa. Saudi Arabia's largest domestic oil refinery has been hit by what? By a drone. Look at the explosion, destroy, fire all over the place. Very specific moment when Iran is hitting some of these countries to target American assets. Immediately, multiple outlets accuse Iran. They say Iran hit the, whatever you call that thing. Iran destroyed it. Reuters, Bloomberg, Al Jazeera, BBC, all of these news reported that Iran used its drone to destroy Saudi Arabia's oil plant. Does Iran need to do that? Well, Iran perhaps doesn't need to do that. Matter of fact, Iran denies all responsibility. Look at that. Iran said, no, we are not about that life. Surely we have an issue with Americans. Surely we want to hit American assets in every country across the board. But we don't want beef with Saudi Arabians. Iran Deputy Foreign Minister called it an Israeli false flag.
How about the Saudi oil fields just across the Gulf? Why is that a target?
No, we are not responsible for that. We have already been in touch with our Saudi brothers, and we have talked about this issue. Iran is not responsible for the attack against the oil installations in Saudi Arabia. We have made it clear. We have officially announced today that was not one of the targets of the Iranian armed forces.
So what he's basically saying, Israel sent people to, destroy this place or throw a drone or whatever to burn that place to accuse Iran. Why? So that Saudi Arabia can get angry at Iran and it can join force with Israel and America against them. Now, is this true? We don't know. This is what Tucker Carlson said in this video. It's unbelievable. Watch.
Israel wanted to hurt these countries. That's the point. Wanted to hurt these countries. Wanted to sow chaos and disorder because they are rivals of Israel. So it's probably hasn't been reported, but it's a fact that last night in Qatar and Saudi Arabia, authorities arrested Mossad agents planning on committing bombings in those countries. Now, that's weird. That doesn't make any sense. Why would the Israelis be committing bombings in two Gulf countries, which are also being attacked by Iran? Aren't they on the same side? No. Israel wants to hurt Iran and Qatar and UAE and Saudi and Bahrain and Oman and Kuwait. And they've succeeded. The final thing you'd have to do is get the US out of the Middle East. Why would you want the United States out? Well, because the United States, while not doing a very good job of constraining Israel, has been issuing requests in any case to Israel for a long time. And that's very annoying. Imagine if we were getting the same kind of communiques from, Ottawa, and they were like, you can't do this, you can't do that. We'd say, buzz off at a certain point. Back off, Canada. We're doing what we want. We're a great power. So you have to get the United States out.
So what he's saying here, he says last night in both Qatar and Saudi Arabia, authorities arrested Mossad agents planning to committing bombing in those countries. This is Tucker Carlson. You know this guy. He's very much out loud. Not everybody loves him, but he tells things that are shocking. He says Qatar and Saudi Arabia both arrested Mossad agents. You know what Mossad agents are? Mossad agents are Israeli agents. They're very clever, very equipped. They're very efficient. Now, this man says the Mossad agents were going to place bombs to destroy assets and to make it look like it was Iran so that Saudi Arabia can get very angry. I mean, the foreign minister of Iran said that before they bombed all these countries, the EU, Saudi Arabia, Qatar and other countries, they communicated with them. They called them on the phone and said, hey, brother, we need to hit America, but we can't hit America from afar. They're very far. We need to hit the assets. They got businesses and, military bases they have embassies in your country. We can hit those. But we don't want to go to beef with you guys. Now, this guy says the Mossad is placing bombs to make it a bigger issue. Do you think he's telling the truth? And I want to know your opinion. I think it's very interesting. He's very, do you think he's telling the truth or not? The next thing that's important here is the Prime Minister of the UK, Mr. Keir Starmer. Starmer calls on Ukraine drone expert to help defend the Gulf countries against Iran drones attacks. So what he's saying is they recognize Ukrainians' capability to defend against drones. You know, they see them. So it will be nice to bring them along so they can protect the Gulf state against Iranian drones. So why Ukraine? Why would they call Ukraine? Obviously, Ukraine's got experience, okay? They have extensive real-world experience intercepting thousands of drones since 2022. The war in Ukraine is actually where the drones really got the reputation that they have today. And these guys, because they do it every single day, you know, you get experience. You know exactly how it functions. Ukrainian president is very happy about that. They said they would like to bring Ukrainian experts, but in one condition. What is the condition? I will bring the expert to defend you, provided that your leaders, because they have influence over Vladimir Putin, make sure Vladimir Putin secures 1 month ceasefire in Russia and Ukraine war. So I'm going to bring my guys to come and do something for you. You know why it's very necessary to be an expert in something. When you're an expert in something, they will find you for your ability. We can provide you with a service to protect you against drones, but you make sure that your leaders speak to Putin so we can have 1 month ceasefire. That's what Ukraine says. Ukraine didn't jump at the opportunity saying, yo, thank you very much for thought about us. Thank you very much for seeing us. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister of England. He didn't do that. He said, oh, okay, I see that's a good idea. Yes, we have good experts, but in one condition. We can bring them in one condition. If your leaders in the Gulf speak to Putin and ask him for 1 month ceasefire, we'll send the people over there. Marco Rubio, this man right here, these people are scared of nothing, man. I mean, I feel like we're back in time of cowboys and stuff. Like, if you play with me, I kill you. This is exactly what they're doing. Crazy stuff. He said the United States of America will introduce actions to mitigate rising energy price due to a spike in price oil caused by Iran conflict. So the US acknowledges that they started the conflict, and starting the conflict with Iran will automatically rise the price of oil or petrol or gas, depending on how you call it. Okay, so US will do something to make sure that the price is balanced. Number two, he said the United States of America is not in a posture of ground force, so they're not looking to send troops on the ground to fight Iran. Now, many people that criticize the US say America is not the strongest army on the ground. They are very brilliant when it comes to flying airplane and bombing you from far away, like, boof, woo, boof. But when it comes to real war, people talk about real war. Yeah, what's happened usually, it's exactly what's happened in Afghanistan, Vietnam. Not a very good look for America. Is this truth or not? Let me know how you feel about it. So he says America is not prepared to send troops on the ground. They're going to send missiles and bomb people and watch you from afar. Oh, look at him, bomb.